You know what time it is? It is Sunday night. We are back to our regular streaming time. We have a special guest today, so we'll introduce her in just a second. But we already got like people in the chat. People have been commenting in the chat for like an hour already, which is insane, you guys. There's 30 people in here already at one point. So we got Joshua saying, "Good evening, everyone. What's up, man?" We got Jeremiah. Let's go. It's morphin' time. What's up? We got Sean Meadow. What's going on, man? How you doing? Everyone's saying hi. Ranger Restoration Repair Austin saying, "What's up, everyone?" I saw your eBay, man. You have some good stuff on there. We need to talk because I need that Pyramidas top. So how's it going, fellow Rangers? Hey there, Sean. Feeling more phenomenal. You got Josh saying, "You know what time it is." We got Tanya from Australia. What's going on? We got Maddie. We got Geek Archivist. I'm sorry, Archivist Pierce Archivist. I can't talk today. I missed seeing your live stream mid Tennessee, but did comment on it regarding National Batman Day. We got Milady Cat in the chat, and I think she's backstage producing as usual, so she will be putting up links and comments. So make sure to put up your links and comments if you like. We got Tyler. What's up, man? How are you guys doing? So tonight, we got a new person here, Hyper Dragon HX Ideas. What's going on, man? And of course, we got Billy. What's up, man? From the Bulk and Skull podcast of podcasting, Zero to Hero. We got Dad 1A say, "Let's freaking go." And Cody, what's up, man? Hey, Danny, how are you doing this evening? Good, sir. I hope all is well. Going pretty good. Actually watched a new show today. Not intentionally, but I watched Heels today. Pretty good show. If it's on Netflix, guys. So it was on Stars before, and now I moved over to Netflix. So which is perfect. So we got a special guest today. A lot of you guys, we kind of met her last week through, I was showing you guys on Instagram who you guys have been able to help us sponsor. So because of the viewership, the comments, the engagement you guys did doing that, I've been able to sponsor wrestlers, in particular one wrestler with RCW. She does a lot of local promotions around Texas, but she is currently the hybrid women's champion, and she's the RCW women's champion, which is River City Wrestling, which pretty much means she's the San Antonio women's champion. Guys, everyone, welcome to the stage. Kalientita, what's up? How are you?
Hello, I'm doing very well. How are you?
I am good. So I was trying to think today, because before I said the San Antonio, I actually looked this up, because United 210 doesn't have a women's champ, right?
I've tried fighting them about it.
But not officially.
Not officially, no.
And then Mission Pro, unfortunately, is no longer. So for the moment, at least. So you have the two active women's belts in San Antonio.
And that's the first time I've heard someone say the San Antonio women's champion. I think I'm going to take that.
You should.
Not give credit. I'm just kidding.
No. You can take it. You can take it. You don't have to give me credit, but just like remember where it came from. So when you're in WWE, you can be, or AEW, or wherever you want to go, you can be like, I was a San Antonio's champ because the Legacy of Nerd dubbed me so.
Exactly. No, that sounded really good. I liked it.
So, okay, you've been wrestling. How long have you been wrestling now?
I just hit a year in August. So a year and a month.
A year and a month, and you're already a double champion.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you're training at Hybrid, right? Or that's where you've been training, and that's where you graduated from, right? Okay. So, how did you fall into Hybrid? How did you start school there?
It's crazy because I think I was looking for wrestling school since I was like 12, and really? Hybrid has been running since 2015. And when I was 12, it was 2017, but nothing would pop up for San Antonio, like nothing. And every year I'd look and look and look, and maybe around 2019, finally Hybrid popped up. Or no, it was 2018, because I was about 15, and I remember messaging through a fake name and fake email because I was too scared to be myself, I guess. And they were like, no, 15 is too young. So I tried a different name, different email, and I tried lying, saying I was like 16. And they're like, no, you got to be 17 with parents' permission. Wow. So when I finally turned 16, even though I was still not 17, I kept bothering them. and finally they were like, okay, you can join at 16 with parents' permission. And this was a little bit post-COVID during 2020. So it took years of me like begging to get in there, but I got in there at 16.
That's crazy that you were 16 and 20. It makes me feel very, very old right now. Just
Good.
saying that.
Good. No, I'm just kidding.
So you said you've known you want to be a wrestler since you were 12.
I've known I wanted to be a wrestler since I was 10. But
So is
I
that
don't
when you
think I
started
started
watching wrestling? What got you into wrestling?
it. What got me into wrestling was this one day in 4th grade. We had like a free day, and this one kid, he was a big wrestling fan, and he brought nothing but wrestling magazines. And I remember being like, that looks really cool. And I stole one and took it home. And like the day after, I was like, okay, you need to tell me everything. I need to know the channels, the names, like, how do I find this? And he gave me all the channels, all the times to watch wrestling. And the very first episode I watched was the episode where the Shield broke up. And
That was
I
your
saw
first
Dean
episode.
Ambrose. Yes, and I saw Dean Ambrose for the first time, and I said, "Oh, I need to be back every single week," because he was just too beautiful for like little me. But now he's just like a hero to me. I don't see him that way anymore. But for little me, yeah.
So Dean Ambrose was what they called the lunatic
Fringe.
the lunatic fringe, because he did those weird kind of kick chop moves, and he had a really different weird style of, I guess he still does a style of wrestling.
He still does. Yeah. He's a little more crazy now, I think.
Really? Are you keeping up with WWE and AEW still?
I keep up with WWE. AEW, I'm a little off and on.
Yeah.
But I for sure keep up with the women. I never ever miss anything women related.
So who are you currently like? It's all about her right now as far as women wrestling goes.
I mean, not to be biased, but Roxanne Perez. I freaking love her, and I make sure I never miss any of her stuff. But I've been watching also a lot of like Tiffany Strang because she's so entertaining.
Okay.
And I just like characters. Like if you have a character and you're really good at it, like that's kind of what I go for. Deonna Purrazzo is another favorite one of mine. That's on AEW. And I think Mariah May too. Those are probably my top 4 that I'm like, I gotta watch.
Okay, so
every time.
You're keeping up. So I mean, right now, I think women's wrestling is like really on top of its game right now. It's doing really, really well. It's being managed in a way that's never been managed before, and different promotions as well. Like not just WWE, but AEW, and I mean, I don't even know because Ring of Honor went to AEW now, but those
TNA
promotions as well. TNA is a good point. So like I'm looking like Liv Morgan's arc right now, and that is just like theater. Like it is perfect because it is just so. How do I say this? It's so engaging and intertwining, and love to hate her, but still love her. You know, just like what do you think? What do you think when you kind of see this type of wrestling that's going on, or the storylines and everything that's going on with WWE and AEW? What do you think about where it's come from and where it is now?
I mean, I think it's so cool, like specifically for the women, because when I started watching, there wasn't really like women's storylines. They were because I started watching in 2014. It
was just the brawl and patty matches and stuff.
Yeah. Like when I was watching, they had 3-minute matches, and there was no purpose. Like I think the only girls that really got like any sort of storyline was probably the Bellas or AJ and Paige. And I tell people all the time, they're my original 4 horsewomen. People hate me for it, but I don't care. I stand with my divas. But other than them, like
I mean, back in my day, like, and it's much older, but like Lita and Trish really like kind of started it more because it was taken more serious with them too. Although it was just them two. That was it, right? Maybe a little bit of Molly Holly too, but like those two were kind of the ones that were like, no, we're gonna wrestle for real. We're gonna punch like men. We're gonna, we're gonna talk. We're gonna build up our storyline. It was like years that they had their own storyline going, or maybe like a year or two. So I mean, and to see that, like, because it went into this whole like the Divas era, which I thought was kind of like they were just like I don't want to put anything down, but they were very focused on modeling at that point more than
100%. I mean, they have the Diva search.
So seeing that and now being a double champion, and you're kind of in a weird spot also because like I don't know, like hold on, I got a message. Hold on, it's in the private. They're asking what your thoughts on question marks are.
Who asked that? Oh my yeah. But
Everyone,
buddy?
welcome Big Mike from the Countdown City WrestleCast.
Hey,
He's at
guys.
remember, it's
Thanks
funny
for
because
having me.
before she joined, she said I had to tell her we have to let people authenticate when they come in so they don't just like hack the stream. And then we got a hacker.
I would never do that, but I heard that you were going to be on, and I had to come support. Look,
support. Well, thank you for wearing my
you.
shirt, but support.
Right.
When you're asking about question marks, what have I told you about?
No, that was just bad timing. I didn't ask that. Why would I ask that question?
I got a weird message, and then you popped up.
I was going to take
a Nerdline.
It's potential. I don't know. It could be Tommy. Tommy's kind of into hacking too. You know. I was going to take a selfie in this shirt and send it to you, but my new phone doesn't come in until Tuesday. Because
so a little bit of backstory, guys.
No, it was a misunderstanding, I think.
On your part.
Yeah, of course. No.
Mm-hmm.
See, what happened was Callie and Ridley were successful in their tag match at RCW. Right. Completely legit.
All by myself.
And you were celebrating with the Cholas, then you kind of took off and left them in the ring. So I was trying to just ask, like, hey, what's up with that? But you seemed distracted. So I thought maybe a question mark on my phone would get your attention. Like, hey, what was that about? And then I don't know. Like, next thing I know, I don't know if it slipped out of my hand or I felt like maybe you grabbed it. Maybe tossed my phone on the ground.
Out of your hand.
So you tried to catch it? Is that what it was?
To give a little bit of backstory for those in the chat who don't know what's going on, when Callie won the championship, there was a little bit of controversy and of the way I saw Callie win from my angle, and
thank you.
She had from my angle, I saw others was on on her back, counted 1, 2, 3. But I guess from another angle, it could have looked different. So there's some question among one GM and one wrestler that Callie may not be the champion. And I guess Mike was trying to ask her that. And I saw a phone fall on the ground, like pretty. And I saw you. I mean, you made it. Did you stomp on his phone? I mean, I don't know. It kind of.
No, I just he dropped his phone, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Mike, let me help you." But also, remove.
Did you think it was like a rat or something? And you were kind of like, for a second.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
That might have been what happened.
Now, Mike, what did you see happen?
I saw like it was all really quick. Because if y'all don't know this, Callie herself is very quick. That's why one of the many reasons she's so good in the ring. So I mean, I kind of had my phone out like this, and then the next thing I know, she's kind of moving past me, and it's kind of on the floor. But maybe she tried to catch it, or maybe she thought it was a rat. Like surely she wouldn't.
So what you're saying she would never. She's not legally responsible to give you a repaired phone.
No, I had insurance on it, so it's all cool. For also those who don't know, and I'll admit this, Callie. When you first debuted, you debuted against another friend of us, a friend of the WrestleCast, right, Izzy, and we were supporting Izzy, and so we were kind of harsh towards you. I think it's fair to say. I was kind of mean to you for a while. You did threaten to beat me up fairly often. I think that's fair to say.
I do remember a torn sign at one point.
There was a torn sign. But
that was my first show ever at Hybrid. Actually, was the torn sign.
Well, that was quite a show to go to. But after you came on our show and I heard your story and I really understood everything you've gone through to get where you're at today, it changed. I became a fan.
You were inspired. Because
I was, and I know she's kind of in the process of telling the story with you right now. So, I'll let her get back to that in a second. But, I had to come support one of the RCW women's champion.
What do you, Mike?
You said one of.
Okay, look, RCW put out a flyer for their next show. And all I'm saying is you and Alejandra both have a belt. So maybe this needs to go toward Brandon Oliver and Logan Pettis. I don't know. I know Raina Pink, the women's GM, supports you 100%. She was in our chat
Yes.
last week. She supports you 100%. Some of the other people who apparently have power, I don't know. You know.
Well, I mean, the championship is sitting pretty in my room with me, so I think that makes me the champion. I came out with it this past show. I was ready to defend it. I think that literally means it's mine.
Yeah, I mean that possession is 9/10 of the law, from what I understand.
I don't care for your comedy, Mike.
No, you have the belt, right?
Yes.
So you're the champion who has the belt.
Marks, right? From your
no
part?
question marks.
Okay.
No, my question mark was what was going on with you and the Cholas, but that was a different story.
I don't understand. I mean, we're cool.
I mean, but y'all are like, you come out separately from them at RCW now.
Oh, that's
right.
There's like
well,
you know what? You're champion. That's the thing. You're champion.
Yeah, that does make sense actually.
That's like you get the chair with the armrest on it when you guys sit down.
Yes,
like that's how it goes.
I mean, you're not expecting them to carry you out there like literally to the ring though.
Well, they don't have a thing to carry her with. That's the thing. Like,
you think they should?
How do they don't have the equipment?
Well, I mean, they're both pretty strong. I mean, you know.
I mean,
you just want to carry it on her shoulder. Just on her shoulder, on her shoulders. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what Callie wants, right?
I just think I helped and pretty much gave them their career. They should be doing more for me. But we're literally so cool. We're so good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have my water bottle with me. Like, I have a Chola sticker with the three of y'all on there, like a trio.
Which, by the way, was my idea, my creativity, my mind.
Oh.
But we're sharing it.
Oh.
We're sharing
so you're leader of the Cholas, right? Because
100%.
Okay. So I mean, she's a leader.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, no, of course she is. I mean, she was the last person to technically join the Chola group, but no, I think that's the leader had to come in at the end, like Bully Ray.
The Rock was the last one to join the Nation of Domination before he became leader, and then look what happened to the Rock.
Good point.
I mean,
I think Dean Ambrose was the last person to be added to the Shield, but he was like their leader at that time, right?
He was U.S. champion while they were tech.
He has a belt like you.
Yeah. And he was the longest reign. Same way I will be.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. I mean, without question, you are the hybrid women's champion. Like, no question about that. And you are also the RCW women's champion. You did mention the Mission Pro title. It is actually still active. It's being defended this weekend at Hybrid. So, I mean, I know Mission Pro is not technically having shows the rest of 2024, but their champions are defending their titles. The tag belts are being defended by Morgan Mercy and Nova Phoenix around Texas. And I don't know if you know, but Izzy is the Mission Pro champion at the moment. So,
but isn't that like them having an ECW match, even though ECW is not around anymore, though?
I don't know. I mean, it's potentially coming, but also you haven't faced Izzy for that title. So,
and I don't want to. Okay, I feel like I've been with Izzy for way too long. We need some sort of separation for a moment. So,
that's probably true. I mean, all those times you beat her in. Wait, did you beat her in singles matches? You beat her in tag matches. You definitely beat her in tag matches, or her partner was pinned.
I don't think you faced her in a single match, have you?
Well, she has a few times.
I've had two single matches.
That was literally her first match. Like when she says she's been wrestling for a year and 2 months, that was like her first match was Izzy.
My first singles match was Izzy.
Right, yeah.
And she debut match.
And she what?
It was also my debut match, but it was a mixed tag match.
Oh, but yeah, that doesn't count.
I think that was at the Yard, right? Or something.
Yeah,
like
we had a Yard that I kind of won.
I don't. I wasn't at that show, but I'm sure you did. I mean, I wouldn't doubt you.
And it was champion versus champion.
Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe this time, we get a champion versus champion match coming on. We talk to Brandon and talk to Thunder and see what's going on. I mean, it sounds like, for all intents and purposes, right now she's the San Antonio Women's Champion.
She does have two. That's true. And as a math teacher, I can confirm that is the way it works.
So
look, I don't want to take too much more of your time because this is about you. But I couldn't pass up the chance to come and congratulate you. Because you're doing so awesome, and
you are doing awesome though. You are doing amazing.
Of course,
yeah.
I would never make fun of her. Like she's awesome.
Yeah,
Really
but you
inspiring.
totally told me not to like make sure there was like a bouncy house at NostalgiaCon, right? Like, I remember you kind of bringing that up, and then like saying that she might not be tall enough to get into it, but like that's totally behind us now, right? Like that's totally yeah. Like, that was before the truce, right?
I don't remember this. NostalgiaCon was a long time ago.
No, it was like a couple months ago.
It was in May.
Yeah. Were we cool in May? I mean, I don't exactly remember. But I would never say that about you. That didn't sound like me. Maybe Tommy. You know how old people get with their memory.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you're like reaching 60. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
I do have to say it. Callie, you made like a 10-minute video on how like you deal with Tommy, and it was supposed to say happy birthday, but like you missed the happy birthday part and you kind of just went off on him for 10
I did what I could,
I think you did say happy birthday. Oh yeah, happy birthday, and just the video kind of ended.
Well, it was his 60th birthday, so she had a lot to say about it.
I had a lot to say. I still have a lot to say.
Yeah, about him specifically, or just all of us, or
about Tommy mostly.
Okay.
You kind of got off the bad list, so.
Yeah, I'm trying. Sometimes I'm not the other Mike. Like that's a whole nother.
Oh no, I love
thing. Yeah, I know. That's cool. I know. I'll be the second biggest Cali fan named Mike. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right.
Like I said, I don't want to take too much of your time, but I mean, guys, if y'all are still in there, like this is one of the best wrestlers in San Antonio, Texas, going right now. She really is. All jokes aside, I can't lie about this. She's good. She makes your shows better if you go.
Yes.
And she is really starting to go all around Texas, and I hear pretty soon beyond. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't miss
it. We'll talk about that in a second. Well, I appreciate you stealing my stream for a second, but that's cool, and I'll totally not bring up the bouncy house thing ever again. I promise. So.
I don't. No.
I have to talk about that later, Mike.
That was probably a misunderstanding. I think you misunderstood me.
But you know what? We were able to get her on San Antonio Live that day.
Yeah.
You were able to help me that, and we were able to make that happen.
She's a TV star. Yeah.
So we made that happen. All right. Well, take it easy, Mike.
Bye, buddy. Bye. See you later.
Hi, Mike.
Yeah. That was weird.
That was crazy. I didn't expect that.
Well, I'm still good friends with all the people on the Countdown City because we've talked about on the channel, like I'm not part of the group anymore, but like they're all still my friends. I'm just kind of I went more on my own, kind of blaze my own trail. Like you understand. Of the yeah, it's still kind of a weird situation, but it's cool. But so wait, because I saw you've been wrestling. You told me you were going to Corpus. Are you wrestling anywhere else besides? Because I know you're doing like kind of South Texas. Are you going anywhere else?
I'm upcoming booking so far. I have the Corpus Christi one. I have Louisiana. I'm doing Iowa. And so far that's it for going outside of San Antonio. But
Iowa's far, man.
Dude, I'm getting flown out to Iowa, and it's gonna be my first alone. Yeah.
So you're gonna get the old treatment. Get the championship treatment. There you go.
And I am going over there for a championship match, so maybe I come back with some Iowa gold.
That'd be awesome, man.
That would.
So I know we've been I'm trying to do a little bit of the chat, but I just want to let you know, Kelly, like a lot of these people here are my regulars.
Okay.
And a lot of these people here in the chat have been helping me because I've been able to sponsor you the last couple of shows. A lot of these people here are responsible for that. So I just want to let you guys know, like Nick is a regular, Christian's a regular, Geek is a regular. Like all these people right here are helping you being sponsored at RCW. So I just want to let you know that as well.
Well, thank you so much to everybody, all the regulars, all of them. I appreciate you. It literally goes a long way. One sponsorship goes a long way.
So unfortunately, I'm still planning on sponsoring on the next show, but I can't be at the next show for RCW because my daughter has like these Christmas pictures that we had to book like 9 months in advance, and they're that day. So it's one of those things. Like, this is the photographer in all of Texas to go to, sort of thing. I just found all this stuff out like a couple of months ago when I had to book this appointment. And it was one of those. Have you ever tried to like get concert tickets, like Taylor Swift tickets or something like
Yeah.
that? It was that stressful to get an appointment. I am not.
Damn.
Yeah,
What
it was. It was, and they were like like just going away. It was insane. And they were all. She was all completely booked for 3 months of photography every weekend for 3 months, like that day. So it was a thing. But I'm still planning on sponsoring them there, even though I won't be there. So I just may not be able to do like the big sponsorship that I usually do for RCW. So that's the only
thing. That's okay. Me is enough.
That's perfect. That's perfect. All right. So back a little bit. So, you were real big into Dean Ambrose. We were talking about a lot of women's wrestling. Well, I think your audio left.
I have a whole corner of Dean Ambrose up here.
Okay, let's actually go through your action figures. That's a big thing.
Yes, this is my favorite topip. Other than
I don't know if you see, but like I have a lot of bad decisions I made behind me. So
I don't call those bad decisions.
they're investment.
I support overspending on things.
So
like sometimes I'm like, am I eating today or am I getting this figure? And I get the figure.
Really? Okay, let's go through the figure collection. Which one are you most proud of?
My most proud of? That's a little hard. I think the ones in the box, I guess I could say.
Okay.
So I have 2014 Brie Bella.
Hold on, let me get you solo layout. Give me 1 second. There you go. Okay, you got.
There we go. Okay, so I have SummerSlam Brie Bella because 2014 is like my favorite year ever. So I found this. This AJ Lee is a little expensive in the box. Like if you find her, she was a gift from Devin Carter, so she's not mine.
That's awesome though.
My Bellas, these were a birthday gift, but they were also freaking expensive. This is my friend Roxy.
Oh, there you go. Did she train in Texas? Or is she from Texas, right?
Yes, she is Laredo, but then she moved to Booker T school. So that's where she's mainly known from.
Okay, gotcha.
T school.
But yeah. I forgot what it's called.
And then this one is my Funaki signed figure that I had to dig the internet for because you can't find them anymore.
So a lot of you guys don't know, Funaki is her coach.
Yes. And I have a picture of me next to him.
That's awesome.
And then, but like the Dean Ambrose section is probably my favorite. I've been collecting them since I was 10.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm still looking for all of them. This is a little baby one. Can you see him?
Oh, I do see him. Okay, that's cute. That's his champion era in WWE.
Even John Moxley's. I have 2 John Moxley's.
Ah.
But I wish I could flip the camera around, but I don't think I can. So this is me doing my best.
That's a lot of figures, man. That is awesome. So you're all about the elites. What's the new one?
Basics elites.
The red box?
What was that?
Which is the one in the red box?
The red box?
No, they're at the stores. I don't think you have one, but like.
I was about to say.
I forget what they're called. So if you can chat, you guys know. I currently have
the Ultimate Editions?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. The Ultimate Editions.
I only have 3-4 of those.
Those are pricey, man.
Yeah. Well, some fans are like very kind enough to like buy me them for me for like when it was my birthday. Oh, they went off.
Oh, that's awesome.
I had to redo this whole section and make my grandpa like put new shelves for me because I ran out of space during my birthday.
That is awesome.
But it's all worth it. One day I'll have a really cool room dedicated to figures.
Well, I at one point did have one cool room, and then like I got lost half my room. So the other half is a workout station now because it's a good reason, but we used to have a workout room, but that was the baby's room. So, but now the baby, like, she needs somewhere to like hang out. So we gave her a room.
That's still cool though.
Yeah, and you actually met my wife at the last show, and
I did.
She's only gone to Mission Pro shows before, and so she went to go to RCW, but she, not saying anything against RCW, but like I think she like connected more with the women's matches more.
100%.
And there was only one RCW women's match this last time. I think last time there was 2, but she was like, Mission Pro, I think was more of my jam. I was like, I get that. So, but the Mission, I feel like the Mission Pro was really like kind of taking off, and it kind of I understand there were some things behind the scenes and they kind of halted it, but I
Yeah,
feel like it was getting like really big, really fast.
it
And
was getting so big.
I remember them having to add chairs, like, and then go finding chairs because more people were coming in than they anticipated. So, and that was happening like at almost every show, which is awesome.
I know,
Um,
very unfortunate. It was one of my favorite places.
so when you started schooling, because I remember, like, I think I started going to hybrid. You just started wrestling, um, and you were a referee before, or is that what
I
you were
was
doing?
a referee.
Okay,
Yes.
how long were you a ref for?
Let me think, because I started in November of 2022, and I my last till August 2023. So
Okay,
like I would say maybe
almost
nine
a year.
months,
Yeah.
almost 9 to 10 months. Yeah,
Now, and
but
and for hybrid reasons, is that like that's something you do before you graduate to become a wrestler?
not everybody has to go through that. Like some people, they use them as like ring announcers or commentators or like just extra help. Some people do go through the referee route, but I know for me it was really cool because I was the first female referee from hybrid, and my coach knew it was almost time for me to be ready, so he was like, you know what, go out there, be a ref, feel out the crowd, like so I could get used to it almost.
Right.
And that's why he chose me to do it, but also to be the only girl from hybrid to be a referee ever. And we have more women referees to come, and I'm really excited about that because I feel like I was the first and there's going to be more, and it's just cool. But I had
Y-
so much fun and I learned a lot.
That's what I
A
was about
lot.
to ask. What do you feel like you learned from bringing from starting off as a referee, then to go into a wrestler?
For sure, the way like the I feel like when you're in the ring, you can actually see the wrestlers take their time, the way they would engage with the crowd, the timing, the way they work with each other. But like to see them in the back and working and getting ready for the match, and then to see it come to life in the ring, I think that was the coolest part. And then it kind of made me open my eyes and be like, okay, so I could really do this. Like
Right.
you just yeah, you learn a lot. And I
That's
learned
that's
rules.
and I think that's a really good training. And is that like was that kind of Chris Marvel or was that
That was
Funaki and
Chris
stuff?
Marvel
Chris Marvel.
100%. Yeah.
Who do you? Because I know everyone kind of like helps as far as coaching and stuff. Like, because I always ask like, is he a coach at hybrid? And the answer is always yes. So like, you guys have a bunch of coaches there. But like Chris Marvel is like your main coach, right?
Yes, at the moment, because we do levels. So when you're like beginning and you just start off, Brandon Weiss is your main coach.
Hmm.
And then we have an intermediate ring, and that'll be Funaki being your main coach. Once you're in the advanced ring, that's all Chris Marvel. But we're always allowed to go back and forth to wherever you want. But
Gotcha.
yeah, I'm always in between Funaki and Marvel because they do have two different psychologies and minds, but together they're just great.
So, what do you think is one of some of the hardest things you kind of like as like maybe move wise that you had to learn? Like something that like kind of took, man, this is hard. I really need to like work on it.
I think honestly, anything that has to do with like heights, I'm really scared of heights. And there's so many moves where you have to learn how to get out of the ring from the third rope or to toss yourself out through the second.
Right.
And I think those took me the longest. I think I moved up to Funaki's ring and I still was lacking stuff. And he definitely helped me break a lot. And I mean, a lot of fears that I never thought I could break. Because he's just really good at explaining things. And thanks to him, all those things I liked, I was able to do. Like, if you see me in a rumble, I can finally go over the top rope. But for the longest, I could not. And I was freaking scared.
Right.
But yeah, I would say anything that's like has to do with the third rope or exiting the ring.
Okay. All right. Now, as far as like now, is there something like do you want to do that you haven't been able to do yet? I mean, I know you're still really young in your career, but like, what is something like you're kind of itching to try?
I would say it's still around the same thing. Like I wish I could be a little bit more high flying. I could do more moves off the top rope, but I can't at the moment because I'm still scared. Like if I try to stand on the third turnbuckle, like I freak out, I start shaking because it just looks so high up there.
Right.
Um, but one day I would like to, even if it's a top rope crossbody, a frog splash, or like, if I could do a cool Rana from the top rope or something. Um, but that would be my goal. I want to
Okay.
be a little more high flying.
Do you And I would imagine some of the other, your opponents would kind of want that too, because you are a smaller wrestler, so that would make it a little bit easier to
Yes,
handle.
I know. But I've worked around it, and
Right.
I've found what works for me. But if in the future I can do it, then great. It would be cool to shock the crowd from something they've never seen from me before.
That would be cool. So I know I kind of made a joke last time and was kind of saying like, I feel like at your matches, I'll see you match and it's like you are getting hit for like 75% of it, then you do some insane move and then you win.
It's about playing the waiting game.
Right,
You,
right,
you make them think they're about to win, and then last minute when they get a little too cocky, you just
right.
get them.
That's you gotta lay in wait right there, possum style, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So, guys, I put her Instagram in the chat. Make sure you guys are going to follow her on Instagram, whether you're following on watching it from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You should be able to do that. Also, guys, if you guys follow me on Twitch as well, maybe my producer can get the link in the chat. I remember trying to build up the Twitch eventually, so there's another avenue there that we can grow our community with, which is doing really good. We've been doing like 30 to 40 people all night, so I appreciate you guys watching. And yes, we will do the Megazord giveaway at some point tonight. I do have it right here. It's a I don't think I really said it very well, but it's like a fully combinable. This is 5 toys in one right now. I just don't want to separate them because then like I have to put it back together. But like this is the fully combinable one that Hasbro was selling at Walmart. So make sure to go do that. But make sure to follow Callie on
Yes.
Thank you. She got the Twitch, but make sure to follow Callie on Instagram as well. So we'll go through a little bit through. So this is when this is when you won the hybrid championship right here?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I gotta make sure is there music on it? Do you know?
There is. So
Okay,
you
let
might
me
want
see
to
if I
mute.
could. Okay, it's mute. So that's when you want the championship at a hybrid. I feel like I was there. Maybe I wasn't there. I don't know. I don't remember. I've been in a lot of shows. But what did that feel like when you were like, I won?
Oh, dude. It was probably the nicest, most rewarding feeling ever because keep in mind, I started this journey at 16, but I've been dreaming of like wrestling since I was 10, like every literal waking moment. Like sometimes my mom would be like, girl, you're too obsessed, stop. But like, it's all I would ever think about and dream about and want. And to finally hold that title, it was like all my dreams finally coming true. And it's
Right.
crazy because only the beginning. Like,
I think I do remember because people were clapping, and I was like, you know, you're not always the nice one,
yeah.
and people were clapping. So, oh yeah, there's there with your coach Chris, who's an awesome
Chris.
guy. So I actually met Chris before because we were dealing with some business stuff before I went to a hybrid show, and I was like, and the guys were like, you should really come to the show if you're going to do business with him. So I was like, that would make sense. I was like, I should come watch his show. And like, I guess I didn't know like kind of like the whole hybrid. It's funny called the hybrid experience, but I didn't know the whole hybrid experience until I got there because it was kind of like a business meeting that I was supposed to have with him, but it was also like the show, right? So like he goes up there and he's watching all of you guys. But the first night I was there, you guys gave him like a certificate, which I think it was kind of an inside joke between you guys, but it was also like really a thankful like. You got like, thank you for being our coach and being a great one at that, right?
Yeah. And giving all the opportunities in the world.
He is super cool, guys. And he's wrestling too here in San Antonio. He's awesome. He just oh my god, I can't even remember the wrestler's name. The big guy. He just beat him last weekend. Oh my god, you just knocked her out. That's what I'm saying. You just do stuff.
Of Dean Ambrose. That's one of his signature moves.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, right in the chin. Just like, screw you, lady. Get out of my ring.
For the title.
That was awesome, man. I think I remember being there now. Let's see. And there it is.
That's the moment.
Look
at a few tears and I was like, no, stop it, not in front of people.
So I remember this because I remember I was trying to get the video and they turned off the lights and I got pissed because the video came out crappy. So when they turned off the lights, now I remember this now.
Yeah, my friend, he was in charge of the lights and he said he freaked out and got too excited that he like lighting. You could blame him, but
okay, I'll blame him.
Yes,
it's funny because with me, doing camera stuff and and filming and stuff. It's all about lighting. It really is. But
Yes.
there you go, freaking out. There's Red. I'm sorry, I don't know the other girl's name, but there he
Celine.
goes. That's awesome. And it was Vance Jackson too, so it's legit.
Oh, I love Vance Jackson.
Dude, do you see his stunner last weekend?
Yeah, I don't know what's
Oh
gone
my god.
him.
So is this when you graduated?
This is when I graduated.
So this
So
was
we gave
46
a
weeks ago.
certificate to Marvel because we always get certificates when we graduate.
Oh, and there's Shofunaki.
Yes, love him.
It's funny because I'm seeing this now and seeing you now, and like, I just wrestling. Like you're a lot more built up now too, stronger.
Yeah. Thank you. I try.
There's Casey. See Casey, because even Casey is a lot more built up now too.
Yeah, I don't give Casey enough credit, but he's one of those that helps me a lot.
Casey's awesome. He's a really nice guy.
Really
he helped
nice.
a lot with the Nostalgia Con stuff, so he was really helpful.
Very.
And he just won his belt last weekend too. Oh, I never even seen your banner. Where's your banner?
It's on the wall.
I never saw it.
It's been there since November because when I graduated they revealed it to me.
Oh, that's cool. RCW stands for River City Wrestling. It's one of the oldest wrestling. Well, they've been around like 15 years now here in
Since
San Antonio. 2002?
So 22 years.
22 years, man. So I actually discovered them. I used to live in Kerrville, and they did a random show in Kerrville one time. And that's how I discovered RCW, like super random show. They never do that stuff anymore, but they went up there. They went up there, and I got that full. That was my first like indie wrestling experience. Honestly, I've only been to one WWE show my entire life, and it was a house show. That was it. So I've always missed out on like SmackDown and Raws, and every year I'm doing something like it just perfectly like does that. Because I was even looking like to see if I can get press next time, because I have 100,000 followers now. Why can't I get press? But so I was thinking about looking in that next time. So we'll see. But I've never been able to do anything like that before. So
be awesome.
That would be awesome. And then even my wife's been to Royal Rumble.
Yes.
She's been to Royal Rumble, and I haven't been to anything, which is insane.
Wow.
So one thing I want to talk about this banner, because there's another big banner. There's a huge banner at the hybrid school. And a lot of you guys don't know, but one wrestler that came from San Antonio or came from hybrid, I don't know if she's from San Antonio, is Maddie Ronkowski. She came from San Antonio, and she would have already graduated. No, you would have been in school with her for a while, right?
No, I didn't. I remember the first week I joined hybrid, it was pretty much her last week, because that's when she taking off, was in a different city every weekend. So I completely missed her, and it's really unfortunate because I'm sure.
And your first Mission Pro show was her last, and she went to WWE right after that, right? So
yeah, sometimes I took that spot that she left, because same with RCW. She was still champion when she got signed. They dropped the belt. I took over the Cholas that were hers, and then now I feel like San Antonio wise, I've taken that Maddie spot that she left.
Did she ever hold two belts at the same time?
Oh yeah, she held 4 at the same time.
But both women's championship belts, San Antonio's.
No, because she was never hybrid women's champion.
Ah, so you have something that Maddie did not do.
Yeah.
So I call her Maddie. It's funny because she goes by Ren now. So she goes by Ren Sinclair. So Ren Sinclair, we should be saying Ren Sinclair. It even says that on her profile now. So, but Ren, she just graduated from NXT, so she is full on now. I think she had a picture here with San Antonio favorite Shawn Michaels. So she's in it. Like, it's crazy because it's funny because I don't think I've met her. I don't know if I met her, but I know her through Mike and Tommy and the wrestling guys. So, and she was there. It's funny because they did an interview with her, and I was like, it was under her whole old name, Maddie Ronkowski. And I was like, y'all need to change that for algorithm reasons. Because they're not going to be searching for Maddie Ronkowski now. They're going to be searching for Ren Sinclair. So hopefully they changed it. That would have been smart. But okay, that's enough of that. I just want to kind of give you guys an idea in the chat of the seriousness that hybrid is that they're pushing out
Yes.
People that are going to NWA, people that are doing shows on AEW, people that are doing shows on
Yeah.
TNA.
Or we have Gia Michelle, and she's signed with WoW.
Gia
So,
Michelle.
like,
Oh, that's right, because she was before she was the one who he won against, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
On it.
so and then she went to WoW, and then even Mission Pros had a couple that went to like NWA,
Oh,
and what was another one? Where did Jasmine go? Jasmine went somewhere. Jasmine Allure. I don't remember where she went. She went somewhere, but I know. I think she did a TNA show or something like that. But
yeah.
so,
She's done. She does. She's not signed yet, but she's done a lot of big promotions:
which is
AEW,
insane.
WWE.
So I love your. So one of the things when I was looking for someone to sponsor,
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for someone who could be like slay on the mic really well, and that is you. And out of all the wrestlers, out of everyone in RCW, Mission Pro, Hybrid, you are just so awesome on the
There's
mic. So I want to show
been quite a bit of controversy going around with the GMs.
I don't, Felicia, no entiendo. Okay, why is there still so much confusion? Do you see what I'm holding right now? The RCW Women's Campeonato, which means that I am the RCW Women's Campeona. Do you see Alejandra anywhere around? No, right? In fact, she's not even going to be there at Go RCW Go 2. So who's the real champion, Alejandra? And to prove that this wasn't a fluke, that this wasn't by chance, by luck, the first person I want to defend this against is a former women's champion herself, the Metal Maniac, pride of the South Side, Key Vibes. And though I know you're not going to be an easy beat, Key, I have a point to prove. And that makes me just a little bit more peligrosa. So, September 15th, the first day of Hispanic Heritage Month, by the way, La Chica Más Picosa, Kalientita, is going to heat things up.
that is awesome. So that's was one of the things I was looking about when I was looking to sponsor. I was like, who is like the best on the mic also, right? So it was like Cali, because when I sponsored you the first time, I didn't know, I knew you had the championship match, but I didn't know like that was the plan. Like I didn't know you were going to actually beat her and everything. And I was like, holy crap, I sponsored a champion. This is awesome. And she's like winning. And then like all that. So it just kind of ended up, now we have a thing here, like we only sponsor champions. So like that's what we do. But and even if some weird thing happens, you still have 2 belts, so you'll be good. Like so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I know you'll be fine Hybrid too. But as far as like getting on the mic, that is something like I really like took a lot of time to learn. And I probably learned the wrong way because I got on I was here live learning how to be on the mic in front of the chat here. That's why this chat's been here with me for like 2 years now. So they've seen me like be like nervous and talk over weird stuff and they see me growing on the mic. Now for you, what was it like to be more comfortable on the mic like that?
It's crazy because I feel like it came naturally to me. I feel like
Right.
I've always just been very sassy. I like to fight back.
Right.
If anything, it was hard to show that to people because I always knew I had it inside me. I always knew I was a talker. I would cut promos to myself growing up just
that's
because.
awesome.
AJ Lee was one of my favorites. Anyone who was a talker.
Sorry.
No, you're good. But now the issue was like, oh, how do I show this to people? Because I know I can talk. How do I do it? But one day we had like a practice promo class, and I was like, I am on the mic, and I cut a promo and I gagged the entire class because I did say a very mean line to my sister Ridley Thorne, Big Red. But it's okay, because after that day, everybody was like, okay, you need to hurry up and like do more promos.
Right.
And if anything, I think that's what helped me like make my debut and consistently stay on shows. Cause like you need to have something to be on shows, whether it's character, talking, your look, something. Wrestling is not enough.
Right. And I think, it's one of those things where it's funny because we've even seen wrestlers like not necessarily be, what's a good example? LA Knight, right? So LA Knight was someone wasn't like, when he started to blow up, he wasn't completely ready, like refined for WWE television, right? Like he was missing things like on live TV, but his mic skills were there. And and obviously, like he, since then it's already been like a year and a half since he blew up. He's refined that. He got practice. He's like, I got to match that. But people like really gravitate to the person that has the charisma, and I think that's really something you have that I've seen a lot are still working on. You just have it, like it's there. You know what I mean? So I want to say, like for you, like man, I was even telling my wife, and it's funny because this is like a totally private conversation. I'm gonna tell you that where it's happening. She was like, "So what was the reason? One of the reasons you sponsor Hallie?" I was like, "Because I see her like making it, not only because like her wrestling, like I know she's still new, but she's working on that, and that's something like I can see is coming naturally to her. But the promos she cuts, I'm like, those are like every one of them could easily have like 10,000, 20,000 views because they are that engaging, and you don't stop watching it. Like you have to finish the video." So that's one of the things I was telling her, and I was like, I can see her, when just getting her when she gets past those things, like you were talking about, like doing the high flying stuff, and just those things will come, right? But she has one thing that everybody's already looking for at the professional level is she can talk, and she has you have it already there. It's funny because I'm trying to stay right within these lines, but you have these skills already to communicate with the audience what you want to say. And I think that is really, even in wrestling right now, like there's even people I see right now that were RCW that are maybe twice your age, maybe more, but like they don't necessarily have the same thing that I've been seeing you have.
Well, thank you. That means a lot to me. I think my promos is one of the things, honest, my promos and my character is one of the things I'm the most proudest for, because like I have been watching wrestling, I would say pretty much my entire life, to where I take this so serious, and in my head I just have no time to waste. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just, in my head I have to be so good at everything so I can make it. And that's the goal, to make it. But thank you, because I love talking. It also just comes naturally. Like I don't even have to try.
So I'm looking for this one promo is when you were outside and we were talking about like the hybrid, when after you won the belt for hybrid, that you guys were gonna have a party, and I freaking love that video. I remember watching it like 3 times. I think that's where I decided to sponsor you.
It
And I don't
might
remember
be on Ridley Thorne's Instagram or Celine.
really well. And I remember thinking like it was shot a little weird, but like it was a good promo. Let me
Oh
see.
yeah, we're also still learning how to like shoot promos and stuff.
Oh
Cause
yeah,
we,
you have Waldo though. You mean for social media?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I can help you with some of that stuff. That's fine. Let me see. Oh man, I
Little,
can't find it. Oh, it was right there. This is when it happened though, right? No, this was 16 weeks ago.
no, that was just, what the
Oh,
heck, it should be there.
that's okay. But anyways, that's it was really cool. You guys were planning this party. And I was just like, and you were making point that I'm the champion now. And then, you were saying like, they'll have their time, but it won't be from you because you girls don't fight each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
and the girls kind of look at you and you kind of look at them, but then you just kind of go off and you guys start planning the party. It was a great little video, but it was good. I loved it. But
One of them has it, but
do I have any pro championship? No, because I'm not a champion, unfortunately. I don't have any.
unfortunately.
I'm not a champion. But we're coming up here to the end of our show. Do you want to stay and do the Megazord giveaway with me?
I'll stay with you, yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me get it up. So we had a thing where they could win that Megazord, and they had to go and follow the rules. And a lot of people did, but I kind of did it last second. Let me see how many entries we got. We got 36 entries, so it's
Whoa.
not too bad. Well, if I gave it a month, we would have had 500 entries, but that's okay. I only did 2 days, so let me put this up. So all you guys entered. I put you all guys here in the wheel. Has some interesting colors here. Let me see if I can fix that. Spin time 60 seconds. No, that's an awkward 60 seconds. We'll make it
Oh,
that 30.
yeah.
Like that is way too long. Okay, whatever. All right, so guys, we are doing the Megazord giveaway now. Know a lot of you guys that you do have to be here to win it. So luckily, all you guys that entered are here in the chat. We'll spin one time. Again, this what we'll be winning. And as always, give me a couple weeks to send it because I go when I have time, and I don't always have time because I have a job too, and
And a
have
family.
I have a family, and that little
Yeah.
one just is like Oh my God, she's a million miles a second, and then like, oh, yeah, it's a thing. And now people are like, "Are you gonna have another?" And we're like, "I don't know. Like, leave me
Dang.
alone." So, all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and do it. Hopefully, the winner's here, and good luck to everyone. This is gonna be 30 seconds, but we kind of started off as a Power Rangers channel. It's funny on YouTube, we still mostly are, right, a Power Rangers channel, but we're kind of been growing bigger than that, and that's, especially with the wrestling and Marvel, DC. So we'll see where we get some more giveaways. It's funny because you were talking about wrestling toys. I have a CM Punk one. That's all I have so far.
That's
Geek.
it.
That's all I have. Geek Culture 101. Is Geek Culture here? Wait, they gotta be here. That's the thing. They gotta be here. They have to be present. It is a spooky will. Sorry, I'm late. Did I miss any good topics, Josh?
Dang. Yeah.
This person is that's funny. Is Geek Culture 101 here? Because if they're not, they have to do it. Everyone's saying congratulations, but like, oh, you're here? Is that you, Hyper Dragon? I don't know. Does it say Geek Culture? You got to send me an email from your Geek Culture and show me the screenshot of Geek Culture. If that's you, all right, I'm gonna call it. Just send me a screenshot that your YouTube is Geek Culture 101, and we'll be good, man. So congratulations. So we do have a winner. Oh, there you go. Good
Yeah.
job. All right, guys. So well, I appreciate you coming on. It's funny because we talked about you coming on a while back, and you were like, you wrestle every week, and
Yeah.
you're like, Sunday. There's like, I have a Sunday, and I'm like, okay, well, we can do it Sunday. I remember like, I don't crap. Do I have anything Sunday?
And it's been a good Sunday. Just like off. Like I don't have to do anything.
That's nice, and but it's not going to be life for you much longer.
No.
You're gonna be everywhere.
Hopefully.
Coming up pretty soon. What is you think is your ultimate goal? What do you want for yourself?
I mean, my ultimate goal in wrestling is to get a contract and be able to live off of wrestling.
Right.
Ideally WWE, but whoever comes first, I'm open, and I just
There's
love
a lot
wrestling.
of wrestlers starting AEW right now. Like
A lot.
I know they're trying to be the competition, but in reality, and I'm saying this, you don't have to say it, I'll say it as an observer, but AEW is very much a starter. I think a really good starter company for wrestlers, and
And so
that would
like
be
TNA or NWA, like there's so many promotions that could help you get TV ready, and then
right. I mean, NWA has been around in one way or another for what, like 100 years now. So
yeah,
they know their stuff. So, well, I want to thank you for coming on. I appreciate you.
thank you.
You remember, everyone, you can go find her at Kalientita on Instagram. Let me go two ways. Let me put your link right here in the chat. Everyone,
Yes.
make sure to go and follow her because she's going to be ending up on your TV here soon. She's already on streaming on Title Match Network. You're on a bunch of shows on there. And by the way, so when I sponsored you, I didn't know like I get a shout out on Title Pro Network. And so I didn't find that out until someone played a replay and they go, the legacy of nerd. And I was like, holy crap, I didn't even know I paid for that. So that's cool too.
Yeah.
So thank you for go ahead.
No, you get a lot. I'm sorry. That was it.
No, I was just saying, like, thank you for being awesome enough to be in the show because I got a shout out because I sponsored you. So I was like, that is awesome. When is the next open mic night? I never know. Honestly, dude, I make up everything as I go. There's nothing planned on any of my sites. Everything on my sites is like day off. This was the only thing we talked about this last week.
Yeah,
This is the most planned thing I've done in a year, just so you know.
Dang.
But just want to thank a couple people in the chat. We got Sentai Ranger, we got Romano, we got Tanya. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And I know this is lunchtime in Australia. It's already Monday, so I appreciate you being here. Nick, Zia Green, Austin, Sean, Chris, Josh, Hyper Dragon, or Geek Culture 101. Send me your thing so I can get you your prize. Arrow, Geek Archivist, Josh Bryant, Maddie was in here at one point. We got Dion, Cody. Thank you guys for all being here. Next live. Okay, I take that back. I have been sort of like working on something. I'm just gonna call it like All Stars for now, and we'll leave it at that. So follow the chat. Actually, I've been planning two things. So follow my stories on Instagram again. Those are the things where you get the most up-to-date information, or like the random selfie, me being cute or something like that. I'll put that up. And then, but yeah, Instagram stories is where you're getting all the information. Again, is giveaways. I know you guys love the giveaways, and I want to thank you guys for being here, because the giveaways are really possible for you guys. You guys fund your own giveaways. So I will be doing more. So again, Instagram stories is where you'll find that. And Facebook, of course, I'll be posting everything on Facebook as well. So I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you guys all. We'll catch up on more Power Rangers news next week, because some things happened that I wasn't expecting, but we'll talk about a little bit more next week, because it'll be more of a, you'll see. All right. I'll see you guys next time, and y'all have a good one.